Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome to the Astro Week hosted by Eco Astronomy INC under the Astrobiology and the Paleontology Certifications Program. Today, we are prepared to explore fascinating intersections of the paleontology and fossils within the commercial world. As we venture into this specializing topic, we are honored to introduce a distinguished guest speaker from our special team engineer, Majda Aouititen. Engineer Aouititen serves as an academic counselor of the Eco Astronomy International Network as well as a scientific lecturer and the ambassador at the Beijing Forestry University and International College in Beijing, China. As a scientist, she has reached a numerous and remarkable milestone, including under the global knowledge of exchanging. She has already hosted 150 scientific podcasts affecting bridging the global knowledge gaps, fostering intellectual exchange in worldwide, even though while we are talking about the environmental event, she is an active member of the three provincial commissions of the IUCN. And also talking about her academic excellence, she has a completed master degree in nature conservation and animal behavior in 2021 as her second master degree, and also she is currently pursuing her second PhD in marine science and conservation, further solidifying her expertise in biodiversity management. Beyond her academic pursuit, she serves as an international student advisor, ambassador, guiding the next generations of global leaders. Within over 11 years of research and professional experience, she possesses exceptional leadership and innovative problem-solving skill driving impact to the many of cases in student lives, maybe like worldwide and research purposes and everything based on nationally and the international level. Engineer Auditron's work at Trans's Border, she's not only the scientist as I already mentioned, and also she's the best educator that ever we had, and she have a very special talent that catalyzing the everything for the community development and the scientific diplomacy. Her returns, dedications, and the sustainability and the youth empowerment continues to the inspiring changes, making her true pioneer in this world. Please join us. We remark on this fascinating journey together. And with that being said, I would like to invite this talented and the glorious scientist, Engineer Majda Aouititen, to address the class from agency. Dear students, welcome to the Jurassic Park today. Dear Jordan, now it's your time. You can get started.
Thank you so much for this is all me. Wow. You guys, please forget every single degree I have and just like feel free to listen to what I'm gonna tell you today. As our CEO mentioned, welcome to Jurassic Park today. So let's get started. I'm gonna share my screen, so please confirm if you can see. Here we go. Here we go.
Go ahead.
So, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, my talented ones, today we are going to talk about a very important type of topic, which is the paleontology and fossils, not in science, but in the commercial world. This is actually a very interesting topic, which will let us discover some aspects of how to use paleontology and fossils in economy. So I hope you guys are ready. Buckle up. We're gonna get started. Here we go. First thing first, we're gonna see what is the meaning of paleontology. I'm sure you have already had an explanation and definition with our CEO, but we're gonna recheck it. We're gonna make it easy for you to understand what is paleontology for today's lesson. And then we're gonna discover and ask questions. For example, could we use paleontology and fossils in commercial world? We're gonna see. And then I'm gonna take you with me to my gorgeous country, Morocco, and see some fossils factory in my country. And then we're gonna go through all around the world and see the museum fossils display. And then we're gonna talk about fossils as jewelry and who has this amazing idea to use fossils as jewelry, humans or Neanderthal? Well, we're gonna all discover these points one by one. And also I need to mention by the end, we're gonna share with you some projects. Maybe you're gonna develop it and add much more aspect to it and start your own business, who knows? Well, here we go. So to talk about paleontology, what is paleontology actually? Well, to make it easy and clear, paleontology is a study of ancient life, like from dinosaurs to prehistoric type of plants. We are talking about mammals, fish, insects, fungi, and even microbes. Fossils evidence will help us reveal how organisms actually change over time and what actually our planet was like long time ago. So this is actually the definition of paleontology, and I like it to make it look like this. You will not forget it. It's like just like a map mind. You can also use this method to remember everything you wanted. Now, if we're gonna start asking questions, could we use paleontology and fossils in the commercial world? What is your answer, you guys? If you believe that we can use paleontology and fossils in commerce, please raise the hand symbol. I need to see. Who agree with the idea? Who is a businessman?
Yeah,
With a
dear
scientific
students,
type of mindset?
yeah, dear students, if you're truly interested to
Very
develop some
good,
business,
very good.
yeah,
We
make
have
sure to raise your
Fayed.
hand. And also, Joda, I want to update you. You like that there are some of students coming from our Sinhala medium course. In fact, like I will update them in our language also. Is it okay?
Go ahead. Of
Yeah.
course. They have fun.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So, අද අපි කතා කරන්නේ දැන් මේ පැලියන්ටොලොජි ගැන. ඉතින් ඕගොල්ලෝ මේ ෆොසිල් සහ මේ පාෂාණ ධාතු විද්‍යාව දැන් අපි සමහර කොටස් ටිකක් ඉගෙන ගත්තා. ඉතින් මේක වාණිජකරණයට ලක් කරන්න පුළුවන් යයි කියලා හිතන කට්ටිය අත උස්සන්න. අපිට ලැන්ග්වේජ් දෙකම පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයගලට මොනවා හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ chat box එකට දාන්න. දැන් ඔයගලන්ට තියෙන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතනවා නම් fossils සහ මේ කියන දත්ත පාවිච්චි කරලා අපට ව්‍යාපාරික ලෝකේ යමක් කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතනවා නම් right hand symbol එක කට්ටියම click කරන්න.
Here we
Anyone?
go.
I know this
We have
Hanika
only
has been
yes.
just already. Yes, Nisit, go ahead.
We
Then
have
who
one.
else?
You see,
Yes,
we
Chapimini.
have two. Excellent.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
Dinuk.
yes. Very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
Dinuka,
Well,
Hamaya,
yes.
Piyumi, Nitum, Isiwewe. I will read the names. My goodness.
It's okay. We read the names only when they have to answer questions. So
Okay.
then we call them by their names. So the answer, as you have mentioned, you guys, yes, we can. Actually, you see, commercial paleontologists also provide specimen for example, collections. Those who love to collect fossils, they buy them in places where you are guys allowed to buy and collect fossils, such as my country, because I don't think in some other places, including Sri Lanka, I don't think that this is legal, but in my country, it is indeed legal because we have many. And when I said many, it's like when you walk through the beach side, you're gonna see fossils. The ammonite on the ground, and this is amazing. We have even some tourists, they came to my country to excavate. This is a whole type of idea, which is fossils tourism, which is also a business concept. Now, also for preparation, to prepare them before selling them. Also, we have scientific research. Indeed, some excavators, they sell these type of fossils they found to some scientific research. We're going to talk about these parts in the upcoming slides. And also for public education displays, such as museums, such as universities. There is many very interesting type of ways on how we can like commercialize fossils and paleontology in general. Now, do you know commercial fossils business has led to an abundance, and when I said abundance, I mean it, a huge improvement of paleontological type of discoveries, because where is money, there is discoveries, there is motivation. People, they start thinking, oh, if I can excavate and find these fossils, then I'm gonna sell it and receive huge money award. rework. Now, also, these discoveries has resulted in that industry becoming a leading type of museum fossils preparations and restoration. Now, here we go. We are going to discover some very fascinating type of fossils in display all around the globe, starting from this beautiful masterpiece. I believe our CEO have had the chance to see it in Singapore, I believe, in the Museum of Singapore. The original or a replica?
It's a replica.
So you saw the replica, which is great as well. Very good. Now, in 1861, the first link between birds and dinosaurs, which is this beautiful Archaeopteryx. Wait a minute. How we can I say his name? Archaeopteryx. How we
Yeah,
spell
it's
it?
Archaeopteryx.
Archaeopteryx. Okay, was found and sold, and this we are talking about a sum of 700 pounds. Can you imagine? How much is that? This is huge. Now, also, this type of selling fossils are not actually related to one place or another. No, it actually started from Europe and have been spreading all around the globe. Now, fossils from the Poseidonian shed of this amazing Hamsmaden in Germany were sold as early as 1668. Can you imagine? We're talking about 1668. People was using their brain to commercialize this type of fossils. Now, by the 1819, Bernard Hoff, which is a miner and preparator, started marketing these prepared slabs, as you can see. And he didn't stop there. He actually starts preparing the specimens where they sell them to museums and universities for displays and research. So these have been a very amazing and mind-blowing journey. Also, it is empowering how you can create a business from something that you love, something that you spend your own money on. Now you can also spend your own money and use it to return half of it or more. Now I'm going to take you through my country, through how we use these fossils factories in Morocco. Now, this fossils factory's name is Africa's Fossils, which is located, as I mentioned, in my country, in the north of Africa, northwest of Africa. Here we have some specimens, as you can see, like marine specimens, fossils of marine specimens, some some teeth of shark, as you can see, different type of species. Here we have more species, marine species, and all of these species, most of them, or all of them, they have been excavated in the south of Morocco, which is actually a kind of a very desert type of climate and geological. There is less green, but more of sand, where we have found these fossils. And previously, if we return through the Moroccan history, you're gonna find that this area was actually covered by water. So this is what explains why we have found this type of marine species there. Now, much more marine species with different type of height and different type of length. As you can see, this species, actually, we have all type of size of it. We have the small size, medium size, I believe here, and we have the giant size, as you can see here and here. We have a land full of mystery and beautiful type of diversity. When it comes, we didn't find just one, we find many ones with different type of age stages. Now in Morocco, we have not only fossils, but we have also meteorites. And in this specific exhibition or like type of where you can find these fossils, we also sell different type of meteorites that we have found in Morocco. Same meteorites. And they have an idea. They said, okay, hey, let's take this to the next stage. We have many fossils, so why not to create decoration from it? To make the public, the Moroccan public, buy it? Because to be honest, when you have many, you are not that much interested because you can find it outside in the beach side, as I mentioned. So why I'm gonna buy things that I can see and I can for free? So they said, okay, let's use these type of fossils and create some decoration that the Moroccan people love to put in their living room, because the Moroccan the Moroccan culture honor the living room, as we welcome our guests in our living room, so we decorate it in the most beautiful way. So here we go. Here we're gonna see some tables that you can put in your living room, where you can amaze your guests and make them be enchanted once they enter there. Much more type of decoration, which is not only targeting the Moroccan people, but also the European and also the American guests and the tourists. When they came to Morocco, they can visit this type of shops where they can find amazing type of decoration, and they buy it. They took it with them without no problem at all. Here we have some marine species fossils before preparation, as you can see. And as I have mentioned, you have the smaller side here and you have the bigger side in here, bigger size, which shows you that this area is very rich. And not only this one, you can see other species here. Now, here is another type of decoration in which you can prepare your marine fossil and sell it. And also here we have another type of art piece where you can buy it and put it in your living room, for example, or give it as a gift. Who knows? It's up to you. Now also in Morocco there is museums where you can see and enjoy the Jurassic fossils that we have discovered. We have here a very amazing T-Rex type of fossil, and also we have other type of fossils of dinosaurs in display. So there is many ways in how you can use these fossils in your own country and create a business from it. It didn't have to be huge type of museums that we can find all around the globe. It has to start in some way, and then when you have a very huge amount of money, you can improve your type of museum and make it bigger and bigger, and then make it all around the globe. Now in Morocco also, there is a small problem. Indeed, we are a rich country when it comes to fossils, but because we have this many fossils, we didn't give that much interest to them. We didn't have many museums. I believe, in my own opinion, we should have different type of museums. Not only museums where you can display these fossils, but also museums where you can display how you prepare those fossils, because you have much. And then bring different type of students from all around the kingdom of Morocco and teach them how to do that. And it must be something that you invite people to come to see, so you can motivate them and put in their mind that this is another type of resources that our country has, and you have to consider, think on how to improve this type of richness or resource in the future and develop it. And this is why I'm sharing with you today this type of lecture. So you guys, you're gonna do the same with your own country. it's not about fossils only, but like search what is the resource that your country has and then develop it to something. Because work is not something that doctor, teacher, policeman, president, this is already an existent type of work. But why not create a new one? Why not create a new one? Nobody told us that we need to be limited. And I want to break this rule. And I have mentioned already in the opening ceremony that my lectures is about all critical mind thinking and all about breaking that box we are in. So please take this lecture not only for fossils, but for everything. Think beyond. So now let's continue our journey. From Morocco now, we're gonna go through all the world. Here we go. The Saturn, the T-Rex. This was actually mentioned as a giant T-Rex and have been excavated in 1992. Actually, they sold it, are you ready guys, for 24.6 million euros. Can you imagine? Please, can you imagine? Take a moment. This is a skeleton and it's not full. This is bones. Can you imagine if you discover something like that in Sri Lanka? The first dinosaur in Sri Lanka? How much money that gonna be? Because there is none till now. we are okay. We are like, we do agree that there is no discovery of dinosaurs in Sri Lanka. So what if? How much that will be? We are talking about just one bone of a dinosaur can cost huge money. So why not starting thinking about where could be that dinosaur is in Sri Lanka? Because everything starts from a research. You need to have research, like you need to have background when it comes to where the dinosaurs live, a Jurassic period, or you have to go through the geology, and our CEO, he is the best for that. He can help you. Go through the ideal area in Sri Lanka where it's possible and see if there is any chances that we can find a dinosaur skeleton or a piece of bone of a dinosaur in Sri Lanka. Now, these T-Rex didn't stay in the geological research in Helsinki, South Dakota, in US. No, actually, they have made a deal with other museums around the world. We're talking about from Tokyo to New Mexico, where you can see some of it bones. So you can give some of the bones to display around the world. I'm talking about here, the example was Tokyo and New Mexico. Another example. Here we have another T-Rex. And this one, he is actually in display in Europe. In Europe, can you look at the skull? My goodness, he looks gorgeous. This one have been excavated in 2010. And now I believe they held this skeleton at the museum in Berlin, Germany. Now another one. This one. Actually, this one also is in display in the museum in Frankfurt, Germany. This one on an incredible well-preserved fossil of the herbivore dinosaur. And you know, the herbivore dinosaurs, they are so massive, so huge, so impressive. I don't know why when I look at them, I feel like they are super relaxed. It's very weird when you see their environment where they live. Maybe they are relaxed and cool because they used to eat like vegetables, not like the T-Rex. The T-Rex, they give another vibe, a vibe of run before I jump. Now here is another very amazing piece of art. I'm gonna try to read his name or its name, but you guys forgive me if I couldn't. So this one is Sinosauropteryx prima. Oh my goodness, I did it with the most amazing species found actually in China, eastern province. And this actually is the link. This one, little one here, is the link, the first link known for feathers dinosaurs. Very beautiful piece. It is in display in a museum. Now here's another one, 200 million years old. Beautiful, beautiful, amazing dinosaur, also in display around the world. Now you look at these beautiful eggs. These eggs actually belong to a dinosaur known as sauropods, giant long-necked dinosaur that grows to be the largest land animal that ever lived. Now, these eggs here, we can find them in different type of, like on places around the world. We're talking about Spain, France, Argentina, the US, and then these ones have been found in China. Can you imagine? Goodness, it looked like they travel without problems, which is huge. When you are super long, how are you gonna travel without problem? How? They did it. Can you imagine from Argentina to China? Wow! This is amazing. Now also, if you don't have such excavation discoveries, if you didn't have such a complete type of dinosaurs fossil, you can make one to show in your excavation, like exhibition, where you can put actually and finish touch. You can have one piece of bone, which it's gonna lead you to create the dinosaur you're gonna create or restore it. For example, this one is the Spinosaurus dinosaur, have been actually prepared, and they have created a model, and this model went in display at the National Geological Museum in Washington, D.C., and that was in 2014. This is amazing. Another thing that we should talk about, and this is gonna lead us to much more deeper thinking when it comes to fossils and paleontology in commercial world. Now, do you think that prehistoric people used to wear jewelry from fossils? If you think yes, please raise your hand. Do prehistoric people use jewelry made of fossils? Please, our CEO, explain that question for them.
Dear students, so now we are moving to the next part of the today's session. ඉතින් දැන් අපි කතා කරන්න බෑනේ මේ fossils දත්ත අපිට jewelry විදිහට ආභරණ විදිහට පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්ද කියන කාරණේ ගැන. ඒකට ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතන නම් මේක yes කියලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ right hand button එක click කරන්න. මොකද සමහර ඒවා තියෙන්නේ original fossils නෙමෙයි, අපි replica පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. Replica hari original fossils hari මොකද මොරොක්කෝ වල ගොඩක් තියෙන original fossils. There is no legal barrier, but in Sri Lanka and some of other countries there are some legal barriers. Why I'm just explaining such a thing, I noticed some of questions over there. So students, yes, my goodness. It's already right in the hand. Yeah.
Excellent. Indeed, you guys, I'm very proud of all of you. Indeed, our prehistoric ancestors, they did use fossils as jewelry. Let's see why, shall we? Now, did prehistoric people use jewelry? You have already answered it, yes. Now let's discover why. Why was that? Because we, in our moment, right here, right now, when we use jewelry, for what purpose? To show off, to be beautiful, to show that we are rich, to show that we take care of ourselves, to show that we are powerful. If you have a diamond, then you are engaged or married. If you have necklaces made of gold, if you have your car made of pieces of diamond, that this showed ranking. of your status in the community, in your society. This was the same. We didn't change. We still behave like the prehistoric people. We still. They used to wear, I don't know if they used to wear anything, but we still do the same thing. We still behave in the same way. Here we go. They used this jewelry, like fossils jewelry, to show the religious ranks. Okay, who is the priest and who is the monk, for example, to show the personal adornments. If you love yourself, you're gonna wear some, okay, some stuff here to show to show yourself that you care about yourself. To put you in the right mood. I am curious to know, you guys, do you wear any jewelries right now? Right now, who wear jewelries? Please rise your hands up. Rise your hands up. Those who wear jewelries, rise your hands up.
My goodness, Monica is
Okay.
already rising. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Only
Nisit,
okay.
okay. My
Yes.
goodness. Nisit, okay.
Our
Sanguve.
CEO, you don't wear any jewelries?
No, I'm not usually.
You do. You no. You don't adore yourself. This is bad. Please raise your hands up. Anybody who wear jewelries, please raise your hand up. Keep it rising because there is a meaning. Every single one gonna tell us why you put those jewelries. Why you
Yeah.
put those jewelries. We're gonna start by whom? By myself.
Okay. I also have to just rise in hand because of I'm just wearing a ring. The technically.
Yes. Yes, of course. Of course. So I'm wearing a ring. I'm wearing my earrings, and I love it. It gives me a vibe that I am super beautiful. This is my purpose. I'm not showing off. This is just me and myself. Now, our CEO, go ahead. Why are we wearing the ring?
So I'm really interested in some of like gemstones. So I found myself and then I create some jewelries by my own self. So that's why I'm just wearing.
It's like personality type aspect.
Like while I was at the Sri Lanka, so I noticed there are some of precious gemstones while I was digging some fossils. So I thought like it's really luck on that time because of I found one blue sapphire and yellow sapphire and kind of tourmaline. So inside of the one of Eliphas fossils. So like it had been just embroidered with the old sample. So then after that I thought like actually that was the first sample that I was find out gems and the fossils. So then I thought like I had to create something by my own self. So here it.
Is it a protection? You need to choose one of these. Is it a protection against evil eye, a protection against sickness, social ranking, religious ranking, personal adornments? Where you can put it?
I think I will put it on personal ranking and dominating, something like that.
Dominating, okay.
Yeah.
Now, we're gonna ask whom? Let me see.
Yeah.
Fayez, go ahead, Fayez. Why you are wearing your jewelries?
Dear students, even you can just answer him from single language. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඇයි jewelry එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න කියලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ freely කතා කරන්න.
Choose one of these. Choose one of these to explain why.
Yeah. So every students, so you can select any of from these categories.
Yes, let's select Fayez first.
Sorry.
Fayez. Go ahead. You can open your microphone and tell us why you're wearing your jewelry and where you're gonna classify yourself here.
Hmm. So I noticed some students were commenting in the chat box. Should I read those things?
Sure, sure, because I can't see the chat box.
Wait,
Go
wait.
ahead.
I will just read. Oh my goodness. Hanika has already commented why she has wearing a jewelry because of a cultural reason and social rank. Okay.
Oh, social rank, I
Okay. Then
see.
the again I notice which one? Teumini. Amanya
Uh,
Teumini. She mentioned a personal adornment.
Good. We are alike.
Okay, then Sangula mentioned. I think like still Sangula is not wearing any kind of jewelry, but if she will, then what he mentioned over there, if I had to
She or
wear, I
he? You are
oh
confusing
sorry,
me.
sorry,
She or
it's
he?
he, it's he,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
sorry Sangula, and what he mentioned, if I had wear, I would choose a social rank. Okay, sounds
So,
good.
you guys, did you know what is a social rank means here? It's not married or not married. It make sense when it comes to president, king, rich people,
Yeah,
billionaire.
rich people. So, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
yeah,
your
yeah,
students they're like you. You said
yeah,
dominant, and he said social ranking. And Fayez also said social ranking. You
yeah.
are
So,
okay.
wait,
Much more
there are
interesting.
some more students who are commenting over there. So, I think like everyone's truly fascinating of your question.
Yeah.
Let's check like, yes, I think like there was a huge, deep what you asking, like since a prehistoric
It
time.
is very important. So, there is any additional answers?
Yeah, I'm waiting. Buddhima also commenting, still typing. We'll
Oh,
wait to see.
wait, wait,
Even
wait. You know, I'm gonna tell you something while we're
yeah,
waiting. When you are not feeling good, you're definitely not gonna wear your jewelries. So these jewelries have a significance, a deep significance, and shows not only the the society we're living in, but also shows a deep meaning of how we see ourselves. You see, if we are mentally healthy or not. You see, I believe, not I believe, I am sure when I am ill, when I am angry, when I am not happy, I'm not gonna take care of the jewelries I'm wearing. And all of this state of mind, it shows that I am not in a very happier type of place, type of healthy mental health. So when I am there, I'm not wearing any jewelries. I'm not even cleaning myself. I mean, my face, washing my face in the morning. So that have a connection. And if you are wearing jewelries, that shows very slight type of key component on how you are feeling about yourself. It doesn't mean that you need to wear many jewelries to be in a very good mood, but like that small type of ring that you are wearing, our CEO, have a deep meaning, have an
very good.
important meaning. And if
Joda,
you are working,
yeah, sorry for the
we have an answer.
disturbing. Yeah, I noticed Yatum also commenting over there, and what he mentioned, I wear jewelries for protect against the sickness, like 2 years ago, and but I feel like currently he's not wearing anything, but he was.
Yes. In my country, also people they wear some kind of colors to protect them. It didn't has to be true that these type of jewelries have that power because I do not believe on that, but I respect the idea. Now, some type of thinking can lead to some good results. Sometimes, do you know the story of that child who didn't who was ill for so long time, and he didn't have that resources to go to the hospital to check with the doctor. But his mother, to save him, she said, I put here is like a cup of water, drink it, and there is medication there. He said, medication, but we are poor, mom. We do not have money to buy the medication. But she said, no, I have had the chance to go to the hospital and to bring some free medication the doctor recommended. So drink it. You're gonna feel fine. After he drank it, that son have recovered. But the secret was there was no medication in that water. Just the idea of it. So the idea of that necklace for protection, or that jewelry for protection, or that blue color jewelry for protection, it do work when you believe in the idea. And that's another topic on how your brain gonna lead your recovery through managing and control your thoughts, because we know thought positives will result in positive healing. Think negative and you're gonna destroy yourself. Well, I'm very glad, you guys, that you have all shared with us your amazing experience of why you wear jewelry, or why you will wear jewelry if you want it. Now, let me tell you, our prehistorical people, they used to wear these jewelries as well for different reasons, as we have discussed here. Now, let me tell you who else wear the jewelries. Oh my goodness, our relative, the Neanderthal. The Neanderthals, they did wear jewelries. And I am actually very upset when it comes to Neanderthals species, because when you read a lot of documentation about this species, you will find many type of description of how this species was very weak, a very idiot, stupid type of species, which I am against. And they said they were very weak, they couldn't survive the environment. This is why they have been extinct. Well, excuse you, because there is a problem. Every human in Earth right now living in this beautiful planet Earth has a piece of Neanderthal DNA, just to mention it. So maybe we are the evolution of that Neanderthal, the first one, and we just evolved. And because they accept the fact that we came from monkeys, but they did not accept the fact that the Neanderthal could be we. This is very not acceptable in my mind. I do not accept the fact that we came from monkeys. I do not. But I am super surprised of the fact that they deny that we are very common with the Neanderthal, which actually looks like us, not like monkeys crawling. Excuse my French. Now, the Neanderthals have wear jewelries so early in the game. Which game? The game of life that we are in. We're talking about 130,000 years ago. They did use the claws of the eagles to create their jewelries. Let me just mention, if you didn't know what the eagle's claws means. If it didn't mean power, I don't know what does it mean. If you are wearing that type of necklaces, that shows that you believe that you are super powerful. I will not dare to wear eagle's claws because I didn't fight an eagle. I didn't deserve that, but they did, meaning that they did fight with these eagles, and they did feel that they are super strong. So not only strong, I feel that they were smart too. But the history didn't mention it for some reason that I didn't want to discuss right now, right here. Now let's see. If we go through our beautiful planet Earth, geographically speaking, we're gonna find different type of fossils jewelries all around the globe, such as this masterpiece, as you can see here, amazing, found in Russia from Moscow state. And they have dated it back to 29,000, 31,000 years ago. Amazing, absolutely amazing. I know, it's not sparkly, it's not colorful, but look at the details. This is the resources that they did have back then. And they took time to create it, but I believe they didn't go to the supermarket to buy it like us. They did use their own things to make it and to decorate it. This is actually what we call now, they said signé. Signé meaning one piece, a one piece. This must be signé because you will not find it anywhere else. This was made by one human for one purpose, to wear it and to show maybe personal adornment, maybe protection, maybe social ranking. Well, this is a masterpiece. When I see it, I see history, I see personality, I see classical type of beauty, which is very rare in nowadays. Another thing, take a look at this. Has another story, another different story. Well, we will go to Africa, the beautiful continent of Africa, the mysterious continent of everything and anything. Well, this necklace here have been actually made from ostrich egg. Yes, we have estimated it to be made around 40,000 years ago. And here is the twist. It wasn't found in one place only. No. But similar pieces of this jewelry were found in the places around South Africa. It actually was discovered first in Kenya here, okay? And then if you know the map of Africa, Kenya, it's located in the middle. And South Africa, it's located very south, in the south area. South Africa from its name. This means what? This means maybe, and I said maybe, there was a business made from it, meaning that somebody has the ostrich eggs, okay? And they start making these pieces and these jewelers. And one day, there's somebody came from South Africa. And they said, oh, what a beautiful necklace you have. Can I have it? The other one who created it said, I have many. You can buy them. And maybe then the deal have been made and sealed. And then this necklace and many other necklaces just like it have been found in another place very south of Africa. You see, it's not a business idea from fossils, jewelries of fossils. It's not something new. I'm sorry to mention, it's something very old. Sometimes the history can repeat itself. Now here's another piece, and this one found in Ukraine. Beautiful. They have dated it to late 4000, early 3000 BC. Look at this. Wait a minute. Now look at these pieces. Not only one type of shape, like the previous two ones. No. This one has details on it. I believe this was for ranking purposes, ranking society purposes, for a leader, or maybe to show how many fights he went through. This is the teeth of some type of animal, jaguars, maybe. And this may show that he take, I don't know, but this may have a deeper meaning. And it's beautiful if you can take a moment and see every single necklace made of fossils and try to understand why that necklace was made. You're gonna enjoy the hunt, because this is a rabbit hole that gonna take you not only to understand why they made it, but also gonna help you to understand the society type of dynamics. Okay, see our CEO, go ahead.
I think that you have been just raising very interesting point, like after having some competitions with the maybe tigers, lions, and he just taking some tooth and wearing on his neck. Like what I feel like the one of the movie called Predator. So like he was
Yeah,
also doing the same thing, and after he hunting the opposites, and he collecting the maybe like skulls and other
trophies, they call them
parts and
trophies.
just yeah wearing. I think like this is something like much more powerful like a soldiers and Wolverine, and I feel like it's a very interesting point what you highlighted. That's why I thought like
It's
I had to
not,
share some.
you see, you mentioned something amazing. Predator is the most amazing movie that will help us understand this. Why they wear this type of jewelries, but not as a predator. No, because a predator they eat everything. The predator must be named a hunter. Hunter. The hunters, they have that power. They hunt, they eat their prey, and they keep a piece of it. Another type of example, the serial killers. The serial killers, they do that. And serial killer is another name of a hunter, but a psychopath type of mentally unwell type of people. So if you keep that trophy, that means something. And as I was mentioning, if you take a look at this picture, you will not be able only to understand the purpose why this necklace was made like this, but you can understand the behind screen of it, the society dynamics, and also you're gonna see if this person was in a very good mental state or was like need to see psychiatric to to get some advice of how to fix this issue. Now, here we go. Again, Neanderthals, because I love them and I need to protect them because nobody did. Nobody will. But I'm here. The Neanderthals was the first one to wear jewelries made from fossils. And this shows their sophistication when it comes to self-care, self-ranking, how they see themselves, how they are in connection with the nature. So I'm against all the ideas that suppose that they are stupid or that they were weak. For me, what I saw, what I have till now, shows clearly that these people were smart and were strong. And we are the evolution of these beautiful people. Now, let's talk about business in a very direct way. Nowadays, if you can see all around the globe, there is museums. Well, if we can start a business made of museums, it's gonna take a lot of money, right? We need something easy for us to start with. So what idea could we have? Now, if you can see all around, you can find some very small pieces of fossils that you can buy from online shops, and then they're gonna be sold to you directly. I'm not gonna mention the stores where you can find them, but here in China, it's super easy. Super easy. You can see these two necklaces. I brought them here from China. Beautiful necklaces. And you can start your shop. by selling these necklaces. They are not so much expensive. You can buy some and then showcase them in your website, in your Facebook, in your Instagram, in your YouTube, and your business gonna start and develop. Now, and you can ship them to your country, of course. Now there is different type of necklaces, beautiful type of like colors and beautiful type of details. Here we have some earrings, some pieces you can add to your type of necklace. You have the bracelet here. Some people, they love to add the shark teeth to their necklaces. I am not a big fan that show power. I have I have issues with that. I don't like to show power. I like to show love. Now you have here, I don't understand that this piece, but it's amazing. You have a megalodon tooth with the ammonet here. What is the idea behind that? Maybe you are a megalodon, like very strong, but when you have your moment, you are a hermit. You don't move, you don't speak that much. You come up and then you disappear. Maybe. Now also, other different type of specimen, you can use them in creating your jewelries that you can sell. Now here we have like you have rings, again you have bracelets, necklaces, and this is what I brought. Actually, fossils, true fossils. I'm gonna show you one by one. This is from China. Now here we have the trilobite. Can you see it? Super good, super visible, a beautiful trilobite. We have here the ammonet, extremely beautiful. I feel like it's actually full of amber, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like it has amber on it, but like maybe this is its own shape. Here we have another coral specimen. I said coral specimen. And here we have a horn coral specimen. This is actually gastropod, smaller one, the dark spots you can see. I am very blessed and thankful that all of these exist here, that you can buy it from China. This is amazing. Here we have the amber. Here we have another specimen of brachiopod. Here we have shark teeth. In Morocco, you have different shapes of shark teeth. Megalodon, I'm not sure. I didn't want to say something that I'm not sure about it, but I'm quite sure that we have the megalodon. Moroccan country was actually covered by water, and there is very, very amazing species were there. Well, the oldest human on earth have been excavated from my country, so I am very proud of that. So we are all family, you guys. We are all family. The father of us was from my country. Now, you can also use this type of replicas. Those are not true type of fossils, but these are replicas made to showcase like a dinosaur type. Our CEO, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, Jada, I noticed that very interesting and fascinating fossils that you have already collected. And what I want to add, I seen that the ammonites fossils that you already brought, it's an original one. So after they collected, they just put it some chemical to create some resistance in between air and that original sample. You have a original sample. It's not like an amberization spot.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that was
this
the
is
original
also
sample. Yeah, that was the original sample. Why it was shining? Because of they just put it some chemical like to create some create a resistance of the oxidations process because of its content with the magnesium and the calcium. So because of I know that all the samples that you have, it's a original sample.
from China. We need to mention,
Yeah,
and this is super cheap.
from China. Yeah.
I need to mention it's super cheap. I'm not talking about hundreds of yuans. I'm talking about less than 100.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
So it's
you mean like
affordable.
price, no?
Yeah, the price.
Yeah, I think it would be more cheapest on that time. I think you have been just brought, I think, few years
No,
ago.
no.
I think,
When you have a country where the fossils they are everywhere, they are much more cheapest. So you can buy them from that
yes,
country and then
true.
sell them or showcase them in your country. You can create your business. It doesn't have to be from your country. You see, your business must be something rare. You can't have it in your country. You bring it from outside and deliver it to the community or to the society. Or you have something in rare in your country and you showcase it and improve it or create something new from it. This is the business mindset. It's not just follow, like drink, like selling water, selling milk. You can do that, but if you want to gain much more in commerce, you need to analyze the what we call them. You need to analyze the demand of your society, and if your society they are not interested in this type of thing, you need to create the market for it. You see,
Yeah,
for example, create the idea and deliver it. When they create YouTube, they didn't thought, no, they didn't thought, we didn't thought that people right now, they're going to gain money and live from that money. Now, YouTube bloggers and YouTubers, now, YouTubers, it's actually a job. It's an idea of 2000, when they have created YouTube, I forget. The idea must come to you. Those are not like sleep dreaming people who create this business. No, those people have created this business based on analyzing the market and creating an aspect of it and developing it to something new. And when you create a new type of job, it can be anything. And when I say anything, it's anything. How to drink water while you are flying in zero gravity plane. How to lead or how to help uh, astronauts to eat well in space. What type of food you gonna develop to make those astronauts eat well? Because the future gonna be space. It's Eco Astronomy Sri Lanka, you guys. It's Eco Astronomy Sri Lanka. So take in consideration not only what you see right now, because we are very limited, you know. What we see is controlling what we can think about. So please think about beyond what is possible. Go ahead, our CEO. I saw you
yes,
raising
Vida.
your hand.
Yeah, yeah. Like I noticed there are some interesting questions at the chat box, and that questions is quite relevant to the ocean's ecology. I believe like it's good to talk in that part because of that is your subject. And what
Yes.
Hanika is asking, like, do the megalodon still exist? Like, if it is, will be hiding deeper ocean. I think like there was a movie, few couple of movies
Yes.
about the megalodon, but
Two
that was a
movies.
yeah. Go ahead. I think like what will be the your answer for that question?
Well, the answer gonna be I didn't wanna you see the answer gonna be tricky, but take it, please. So if we're gonna answer the first question is that how much we know about ocean. Number one, we know very few things about ocean. We know much more about space than what we know about ocean, which is very strange. You know that we can go to space easier and safer, that we can go down deep in the ocean. That's gonna tell us many things. If we're gonna say and answer your question directly, if there is a megalodon right now, right here, in the surface, we do not have any type of proof of its existence, but as an ecologist, engineer, I do not deny its existence. You see, I do not deny it Because one thing I learned from ecology is that if something existed in a place and then these species, for example, have been extinct for many times, return to that place. Please cover it. Cover it. Do not allow anybody, anyone to enter to it and leave it. The same extinct species gonna return again. How? Do not ask me. This is Mother Nature taking in place its power. How we do be alive, how we did develop from a species coming from water to a human being standing. So Mother Nature, if you live it on its state and all the environmental component was suitable for that species to return, the species gonna return. The Mother Nature have been working for so long time. It has helped many creatures to evolve, to develop, and it is not impossible for Mother Nature to make the same species return again if there is no stopping it. If you see what I'm saying. Now, there is no only here, it's not only for ecological mindset, but also from a spiritual type of thing. If you give the environment that lapse of time where the environment can correct itself, the environment gonna make that species return again if the environment decide that that species must return because something else is disturbing the environment equilibrium. Because even we human, if we are disturbing the environment equilibrium, we're gonna be extinct because Mother Nature will have no time to waste with us. And you can see like there is few powerful things from the environment power, like for example earthquakes, for example tsunamis, for example like hurricanes, cyclones. Those are powerful things. We can't stop them. We can't even predict them. For example, the earthquakes, we can't predict them. We can't. So if Mother Nature decides that we are not needed species and we have to disappear, we have to disappear. And she didn't care if we, she didn't think, oh, wait a minute, if they disappear, I could not make them again. No, she can. So if the like megalodon needed to be returned, don't worry about that. Will be returned. Maybe from very down there. Go ahead, our CEO, go ahead.
Thank you, Judah. What I want to share with you, like, if you could remember, I think like before 5 years ago, uh, we have been just trying to develop some models for the sea level fluctuations, including the data of the Milankovitch cycle. And on that time, as you mentioned, yeah, we noticed how hard to predict that upcoming years and the months. And you know that the currently it's become so realistic, like there are some earthquakes ongoing even around in the South Asian region. I believe like if we could develop our that same model, it will be really helpful to understand into the even for the scientist. And as you mentioned, it is not an easy task. We don't know what exactly happened. That's damn true.
Yeah, and something that you can't even study it, you know. It's not something that you can study it in the books. You know, when I was doing my first master degree, I went with my father to do our hunting journey because my father is a hunter. So we were going through the forest and he told me something very, very interesting. He told me, did you know, here, he showed me a place. Did you know that there were no frogs in this place since very long time? And let's go and see. You're gonna be surprised. We went, and there is an area where he used to drink water, natural fresh water coming from the mountain. So I saw a frog there hiding inside the water, very cold water, fresh water. And he said there was no frogs and there was no human too. And then the frogs start appearing. So to answer the question about megalodon, it could exist. It could return again. If it did exist in Earth, there is no non-stop for it to return, because the DNA is Earth, is the ground, is the dust. So I will never forget that. I will never forget that. That's something that I learned by observing nature and discussing with people who are in contact with nature. My father, he's a hunter, as I mentioned, so he is very in contact with nature. You have also to contact those who are in contact with nature. They will amaze you with their observations that you, as a scientist with many PhDs, you could never make. You will not make. I trust me. Because why? We are focused on one thing and they are focused in other thing. Two type of seeing the world in different ways, which is why it is very needed to listen to other people, even if you are not in the same mentality type of way, because when you listen to something that you don't like, you don't believe in, you don't accept, it will open doors for you to see beyond, and then take the information, treat it, analyze it, and then you can reject it, but you have to respect it, because once you respect it, it will lead you to improve your brain to see horizons that you could never see. I see our CEO. Go ahead.
Yeah, I noticed that our chat box it keep typing by
Good.
our students, and I want to just explain from the even the Sinhala language. There is some
Sure.
questions from the both language. First time starting from that Sinhala one because of that was a really interesting point what Kavidu mentioned based on your theory that you mentioned right now. Uh, so is it okay like if I giving him the answer from
Absolutely.
the
Go
other
ahead.
language?
Yes. Before you
Yeah,
forget it,
okay.
please go ahead.
Yeah, that's good because of that's having some good synchronizing with that sessions. මං හිතන්නේ කමින්දු ඔයා හොඳ ප්‍රශ්නයක් මතු කරලා තිබ්බේ මේ අර බොහොම පොඩි අවස්ථාවක් තමා මෙගලොඩන්ස්ලා වගේ කට්ටිය ජීවත් වෙන්න තියෙන්නේ. මං හිතන්නේ මේ අපේ ඩිරෙක්ටර් මැඩම් මතු කරපු කාරණේ අර එන්වයරන්මන්ට් එක සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම චේන්ජ් වෙනකොට අහපව් ආයි ඇපිටිෂන්ස් වෙනවා කියන එක. ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට කියන්න බෑ අර මේ ජාන කොහෙද තියෙන්නේ කොතනකින්ද එන්නේ කියන එක. නමුත් තව අවුරුදු මිලියන ගාණක් ගියාට පස්සේ ආයි අහපව් ඒ ස්පීසිස් එක එන්න ඉඩ කඩක් තියෙනවා කියන එක. මොකද ලෝකේ සමහර අවස්ථාවල එහෙම වෙලා තියෙනවා. දැන් නැහැ. ඔයා කියන පොයින්ට් එක හරි. 100%ක්වත් නැහැ කියන තැන තමයි මමත් දකින්නේ මෙගඩොන්ස්ලා. නමුත් ඒකෙදී අපිට පොයින්ට්ස් දෙකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ. එකක් තමයි අර නැවත ඇපිටිෂන්ස් වෙන්න තියෙන ගාන මේ සර්කියුලේෂන්ස් වෙන්න තියෙන ගාන එක මිලියන්ස් ඔෆ් ඉයර්ස් වලින්ද කියන එක. අනිත් කාරණේ තමයි අපි දන්නේ නෑ මේ ocean එක ගැන. As our director madam mentioned, we don't know anything about the ocean. I think like it's less than 5%. So what we know about, I think like you have been just already go through
We
with the
don't.
many of data.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
good, and even though
Because
like there is a
I am actually specialist. I started my research. When I'm talking about my research, I'm talking about bachelor degree research. Was about jellyfish and climate change, marine climate change. And then I discovered, oh my goodness, the climate change actually it comes from oceans. The most impact will be from oceans. We are talking about cyclones, we are talking about hurricanes. All of them, they came from oceans, and the impact of like the North Pole gonna be gonna not freeze for so long time. It's gonna be starting, the water level gonna rise, these type of things, and some species of these areas gonna disappear, and that gonna change the balance. And then my first master degree was about deepening in understanding ocean. And then last year, I discovered when the submarine, Titan submarine, have imploded, not exploded, imploded, meaning it was exploded, it's for like outside, imploded, it's exploding inside. So it was imploded. Then I discovered that it is much more safer. This is scientists, specialists, they have mentioned it. It's much more safer to travel to space than to go to ocean. And ocean down there is no radar, you know. If there is any traffics, they could make them underwater. So the ocean side is super, super mysterious type of topic. And even in my research for PhD degree, first one, it was good. Second one, it's demanded much more mathematics, you know, mathematics analysis. And when I start collecting the data and going through analysis and calculation and mathematical type of equation to use, it was extremely complicated because there is none. Because there is none, you need to create it your own. And I was asking our CEO to create an equation to help me calculate some data. So you guys, we need some marine specialists. Go ahead, our CEO.
So today I'm really happy, like because of I noticed there is a really good debate inside of the chat box, and
Good.
it keeps continuing, and it's a really good work. Like I noticed Sangular and Kavindu. This is the way we want, like
You're debating?
because of
You're debating?
yeah, like we need some to address what are the current publications which is available on the online, and also like what are the philosophies that didn't publish. You see, like there
Yeah.
are a lot of data maybe available with the publish, but we are using the data in the online. So that's the
The
usual
same
way.
data, listen to me, the same data online could be actually analyzed through different way based on the analysis, the specialist who is doing the analysis. For example, my last paper that I published in a SCI high quality journal, I published a bomb shell explosion because I have shared some very drastical type of analysis, and I was actually having comments like scientists, high quality researchers asking me how you mentioned these like that once you did actually have this result. And I showed them one by one why my analysis and my results actually was much more normal than the analysis they have. You know, when it comes to mathematics, it's not a 100% type of correlation analysis that you need to have. That's mean that you're gonna have a cheating type of data, that you have actually made it, you know. But if your data shows 70% of what others used to discuss and showcase, that means you guys, you're providing something that gonna questions the previous people and why they give that positive correlation when it is actually was negative correlation. And that will put some scientists in a very huge, like Microsoft type, not Microsoft, like micro type of analysis under the loop, because why you have that results, why I do have very different results in the same area. You have, for example, data from Spain that shows positive correlation, but when you compare it to very close area in Morocco, you will find very negative type of correlation. Morocco and Spain, this is not a very vast area. This is very close when it comes to the Mediterranean Sea. So that type of analysis will show you, will help you see through who made that data and for what purpose. Sharing the truth? No, no, no. They was sharing something to make their publication sound correct, sound logical. But when it came to logic, to nature, it was nothing like that. Go ahead, our CEO.
I noticed another interesting questions from the Hanika. So it has some synchronization with our current talk. What she asking is like if the animal can change in their life cycles uh, for the change in against the climate. Like what I notice, this is the correct time to the address this problem because of I notice even in New Zealand here and the China and the USA and
New
some of
Zealand is
country.
here. Are you
Yeah,
in New Zealand?
yeah. Like then what I notice, the iguana and the some of reptiles, while they're just facing some of frozen condition, they were become a hibernating. So like
Yeah.
after the
That's
temperature little
not
bit
change
upgrading,
condition. That's not change condition. So
yeah.
to answer this question, there is some trees. We're gonna go right now to the plant
So
species.
like
Okay.
Vejjoda, what she asking is like after that, why cannot the change any other situation? That is what her question. Like when the
Yeah, because
animals
this is
can adapt in
evolution.
the situation.
This is
Yeah,
evolution. So what was the question? Again,
the question.
read all
Yeah,
the questions so I can answer it.
okay, okay. If the animals can change in their life cycle for the change in the climate, so why cannot change any other situations? Like I mean, like it's a huge gap in between climate and the lifetime.
What do you mean? Because climate change it's type of a very harsh environment. If you do not change, if you do not evolve, you're gonna disappear. You see? So
Yes.
you must. And it's not only climate change, you guys. When it comes to predators, okay? Like for example, I'm gonna give you a tree in Morocco. There is a tree in Morocco, and this tree used to be normal, okay? A normal tree. And we did have goats. Moroccan area is very known with goats, the south. And the goats, they used to climb that tree and eat from it. Eat. What the tree have did? The tree have started have ping to like a flower, like a rose. You see the rose? The rose have that evolution type of thing to protect itself, to minimize those who gonna bite it. We didn't actually take the rose from up. You didn't cut it from up. You take it from the branch, right? You take it from the branch. The branch there is like pin on them. If you touch them, you're gonna be hurt. That's an evolutionary type of aspect. Not only when it comes to climate change, it comes to a traumatizing type of aspect that happened through time for many years. Okay, it's not it's like a sudden type of change. No, it has to happen, and then boom, one day there will be a baby, a small baby, which looks like the father and the mother, but it has something new. That's gonna be the evolution. You look like your mother and father, but did you have the same personality? I don't think so. You have a stronger one. If somebody gonna talk to you in a way, you're gonna not behave like your mother and father. You're gonna go through it and destroy that person, whether it's young, whether it's older. Am I right? So that aspect take time. There is generational type of aspects. Yes, we take, you see, we take from our parents, but also we learn from the patterns that we have seen to don't repeat the same mistakes. We're gonna face the same problems, but what is your mechanism of defense? This evolutionary type of aspect is the evolutionary defense mechanism that a species gonna develop. What make that plants develop that aspect? Believe me, I do not know. But when it comes to evolution, it is very, very strange. For example, take a human species. Second example for human species. How many blood types we have? How many blood types we have? We have O plus minus, we have A plus minus, we have B plus minus, and we have AB plus minus, and we have another type of blood in India. Very rare. This type of evolution.
Bombay O
For
positive.
many reasons. Huh? What?
Yeah, it's a Bombay O positive in India.
Yes, it's only found there in Bombay. You know, this type of evolutionary things we may understand, we may not. Sometimes this evolution will be explained as a way of pushing some species to extinct. For example, some species, instead of gaining power, they lose power through their evolution. And nobody talks about it. The evolution can be positive or negative, but they didn't mention it like that. They mentioned evolution as positive. No, my babies. The positive evolution exists and the negative evolution exists. Meaning, when you have a species that he faced trauma and they develop something new, that evolution, positive evolution. But there is other species. We can have another lecture about that. Other species that through trauma, they lost some capacities to live. And that's a negative evolution. You lose some, even in human, we can have the same type of things. We just need to observe. Go ahead, our CEO.
So even though I could remember that few lectures that you have been just hosted, while we have been just invited to the Professor Abdullah Nawi, he shows
Yeah.
some of mammalians has been attacking to the even the reptiles like dinosaurs, like
Yeah.
on that Cretaceous period. So the point that you are just proving in here, it's gonna be like you say, it's not depend on the species, like sometimes, like even the conditions. So it's super hard, as
It
you mentioned,
depends
like
on your ranking in the society. Again, we're gonna return to our lecture in how
yeah,
you see yourself. Do you see yourself powerful? You can hunt a megalodon, even if you are this much shorter. You know, this much shorter. If you feel that you are strong, you can hunt the megalodon, and you can make the megalodon feel that this species is super weak. But if you have no esteem of yourself, if you think that you can think outside the box, you are super limited, you depend on others, you're gonna do nothing. Even if you are 10 megalodons inside your own body. And please remember, this is why we have a very harsh type of environment. Very non-equal type of societies. And be thankful, because if you have an equal society, there will be no evolution. If you have a very non-evolution, like equal society, it's gonna push you be the best version of yourself. But be careful. Every single species have its own angelic and demonic side. So it's your choice to evolve in the angelic positive evolution or demonic negative evolution. I'm not gonna go through that. We need to have much more discussion on that. Now, I believe we have actually reached the end of today's lecture. There is different type of ideas on how you can develop your business based on fossils. You can create, as I mentioned, your own jewelry market by buying from different online markets from different places where it's very cheap, and you can sell it to your country and then create your business online. You can also create your own very small museum. It didn't have to be huge, or maybe you can create a small classes, workshops, where you can where you can like organize workshops to students to show them, for example, how we can make this T-Rex like skeleton, and describe and give them an idea about every single bone and how every single bone is important. Now I know, because I have a bone issue. So you can create amazing type of classes like online classes. You can also go to schools to have some type of collaborations and do this type of very amazing workshops to students, and you're gonna have a market about it. Go ahead, our CEO.
Like, Judah, I'm really interested to if you could share. So, what is your experience while you are assembling that model? So, I was remember that it is not that much easy because there are a lot of pieces, and it seems to be easy, but technically you have to know each pieces of the T-Rex. And I think like there are some of questions over there in the chat box. Before I move into the chat box, I'm really interested to hearing your answer.
Well, when I was assembling every single piece of this T-Rex, my greatest idea was, how can I do that faster? And what every bone connection will be with what bone. But right now, after I grow older, I grow wiser, I have other questions. Why this bone is super long here, Why this bone is super giant here? What makes this smaller bone here instead of being elsewhere or none at all? I'm gonna share with you something very personal, everybody. I checked with my doctor and I found that I have some bones issues. A bone that exists in a very sensitive place, and this bone is super small. And thanks God, it is not a huge problem. It's not serious. But when you feel the pain, you're gonna feel like you are dying every single moment. So you see this bone here? I believe if this bone will break like mine is, the pain will be huge for all the skeleton, all of it. Which make me think about the importance of every single piece and how it is made. What a beautiful master genius piece the creation is. It's not just a bone, it's not just a place, it's not just an evolutionary type of bone that have been not removed from the body through evolution. No. That bone have its role. And when it's broken, you're gonna know that it was no evolution. That bone there to help you walk. So this is what happened here when I was collecting the pieces, but now I see it differently. I see it from another aspect of, now I see the bones. And here I have finished it. Now you can do the same. As I mentioned, you can create your own workshop and make a session where you can explain, make a competition to the students or the audience who join, and make them put in place every single bone and ask them questions, and then see who's gonna be the winner. Yeah, our CEO, go ahead.
Yes, there is another question from the Sinhala language. So let me just answer into the Nisit. Oh, Nisit, මේ අපි මේ fossils develop කරනකොට ගොඩක් වෙලාවට materials කීපයක් පාවිච්චි කරනවා. මම හිතන්නේ සංගුල answer කරලා තියෙනවා plaster Paris ඒක හරි. ඊට පස්සේ සමහර කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා මම ඕවරෝල් ගන්නම් මුළු ලෝකෙම ගත්තට පස්සේ සාමාන්‍ය අපි පාවිච්චි කරන ඔය ක්ලේ වගේ ඒවත් පාවිච්චි කරන අය ඉන්නවා. ඊට පස්සේ මූලික සැකිල්ල හදාගත්තට පස්සේ අර කෙටි පවුඩර්ස් වගේ අරගෙන ඒක ගෝස් එක තවරලා ඒකෙන් මොඩල් කරන කට්ටියක් ඉන්නවා. ඊට අමතරව අලුතෙන්ම අපි දැනට කරගෙන යනවා මේ අපේ ජේසන් කෙනඩිත් එක්ක අපි starting from this November ලංකාව ඇතුළතත් අපි ඒක ගැන පොඩි අත්හදා බැලීමක් කරන්න යනවා. මේ අයින් ප්‍රෝ කියන ස්කෑනින් සිස්ටම් එකකින් දැන් ඔබට චුට්ටක් Google search කරලා බලන්න අයින් ප්‍රෝ ස්කෑනින් කියලා ගොඩක් ඔය ගේමින්ග්ස් වලට ඊට පස්සේ කාඩ් ඩිවලොප් කරනකොට ඒ සම්පූර්ණ මොඩල් එකම ස්කෑන් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඊට පස්සේ ඒක මොඩල් එකම අපිට ස්කෑන් කරලා අපට ඕනි කරන මැටීරියල් එකකින් print කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක සමහරවිට සිමෙන්ට් බේස් මැටීරියල් එකක්, ක්ලේ බේස් මැටීරියල් එකක්. එහෙම නැත්නම් සමහර වෙලාවට අර 3D printing එක එනවා. සම්පූර්ණ ලොකු මොඩල් එකම ඉන්නේ ටයිටේනියම් වලිනුත් පුළුවන්. ටයිටේනියම් කියන මූලද්‍රව්‍යයෙන් එහෙම print කරන ඒවාත් තියෙනවා. අර sections print කරලා මේ ටික assemble කරනවා. මේ එහෙම තමයි නිසිත් අපි දැනට කරන්නේ. අපි ඉදිරියේදී තව ටිකක් මේක ගැන කතා කරමු. He's asking about the materials. What are the materials that we are using? Yeah, 3D printing and other stuff, and also other additional materials like plaster.
This is another way of recycling plastic. Actually, that's another way to recycle plastic.
Yes, exactly.
I'm working on recycling plastic too.
Yeah, true.
That's an amazing way on how to recycle plastic.
Yeah, and okay, wait. Again, asking another question, Yoda. Scanning Karaneka. It's Eins Pro. Wait, I will just comment it. Yoda, just give me some time.
Sure. You commented and I will continue my lecture, okay?
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
So this was an amazing journey. You look at the video. Here we go. And you can also use this type of models to do your own excavation with children. This is a fun type of excavation. You just give them this piece of like what we call it. It's not a clay, but like there is a piece of a replica of a dinosaur inside, and you give some materials as you can see here, and then the child gonna start the excavation, and by the end you're gonna find this amazing dinosaur here. Let me go through the video. So this is the piece that I brought here from China, super cheap as I mentioned. You can buy it, and then this gonna be an amazing type of workshop as well to the children on like how to initiate them, to introduce them to paleontology. You see, this is gonna be amazing class to like kindergarten type of students. Actually, to be honest, I was here preparing my PhD and I was enjoying it. So it's not just for children. I did enjoy it. So here I was actually having a huge mess, but I was like excavating and cleaning at the same time, and then the piece of my dinosaur started appearing, and I was very lucky to have the most cutest dinosaur of all time. It wasn't a T-Rex, thank God, because I didn't run. It was the most beautiful herbivore dinosaur, and it actually ended beautifully. Take a look at this masterpiece. This is mine, you guys. This is my first excavation practice, which I was very enjoying every piece of it. And I did it for educational purposes because I prepared it for many lectures we did deliver to Eco Astronomy Sri Lanka students. And here we go. Here's my dinosaurs, ready, beautiful. Believe me, I was like all the time. Hey, that was a memorable type of activity I did for educational purposes. So here we go. Now remember, these replicas, you can buy them. This is also, I brought it from China here. T-Rex, I put it in my room. I don't know why, but it didn't scare me at all. I did enjoy it. It looks so gorgeous, It is very detailed, but like beautifully done, beautifully done. Another one, you can find them with different shapes. With that being said, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, my talented ones. Thank you very much for today's time for asking questions. And if you have any additional questions, like, go for them. I am here to answer all of these questions. Thank you. Not to me, not to my lecture. Bravo
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, indeed. And again, thank you very much, Yoda. I'm also really happy to combine these two classes like English medium and the single medium. We had never done this such a cases since beginning because we just continue only for the single language. I'm happy that even group of our scientists were truly collaborating, starting from you, like as a backbone of the Eco Astronomy INC,
Pleasure.
like even like providing the knowledge in any kind of language. That's the best thing to upgrading the subject in Sri Lanka. Dear students, make sure to remember for the single language classes tomorrow we are going to continue as we schedule. And if you have any further questions, like we can just discuss. And also make sure to remember still way to go to more about fossils, paleontology, and other things. Like still we are at the like a beginning sector. Like I think like today is a very good discussions you to think about the overview look of this subject. I believe like with that being said, again I'm passing my greetings and the highly appreciations to the our director academic engineer Majda Aouititen. Thank you very much, Yoda, for your time, devotions, and everything, sharing your knowledge with the other students. And also, dear students, with that being said, I'm going to wind up the today's sessions. And for the single medium students, we are going to meet at tomorrow evening again. And for other students, let's see you at the next weekend. Good night, good morning, good evening for the everyone. Okay, have a
It was
great
a
weekend.
pleasure. See you
Yeah.
soon,
So
everybody. Keep up the good energy, please, please, please. I said it again. Your energy will impact the lecture's deliverance. So please be active in all the classes, and have a good one. Bye bye.
yeah.